Yo, this is the Life Under the Scope podcast. What is Life Under the Scope? It's just that, an in-depth look at everything that life has to offer. This show will make you laugh. This show will make you cry. It will inspire, it will motivate, and change your mindset about life as you know it. Just know that you will go through every emotion. Life Under the Scope.
What up, though? Welcome to Life Under the Scope podcast. Today, we're going to do it a little different today. Today, I want everybody to sit back and listen and learn. Today, we talk about HVAC, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Today, I want to do a roll call. It's not that many people here today, but we're still going to do a roll call anyway. I'm MJ Dynasty, and who we got in the house today?
We got Ron Dawg in the house.
Ron Diggity Dawg in the house, and he's in the house today specifically to let us know about HVAC. I feel like out of anybody that I could ask this question out of the network of people that I know, he would be the best, to answer these questions and to give us detailed analysis on what HVAC is, how does it work, what are some, things that we can learn from, someone that has knowledge about it that we might be able to use for ourselves, or, we might be able to teach somebody else something. But today, like I said, we're going to do HVAC. And first, I want Ron Dawg to tell us a little bit about himself. I want him to tell us about his background and why did he get into the HVAC trade.
All right. Well, you got Ron Dawg, originated from the 7 Mile.
Is that right? Is that okay? Make sure I do it right. I don't want to get jumped on 7 Mile.
Yeah, you really don't want to. It's a bad experience from what I hear.
Okay. All right, give us a little background about yourself, sir.
But yeah, Detroit born, Detroit raised, made my way through school, just like some of us. And it got to a point in life, time to get a career. And my father was the one that pushed me towards HVAC. He don't do HVAC. He's a mechanic by trade, but he pushed me towards HVAC. And I tried it, because actually at that time, I was actually trying to join the Air Force. And it was my grandmother that kind of said, nah, just try something out here. And if you like it, stay with it. If you don't.
So the pressure that they felt that, was coming from joining the military, joining the Air Force, that pressure made them put pressure on you to try something else.
Nah.
Do you think today? Well, why do you think that today? First, why do you think your grandmother, said try something different, and if it don't like it, go ahead and go to the military? And why did your father do it? Was it two different reasons?
Oh, well, later in life, I found out my dad, he just wanted me to do it because he said, shit, the boy ain't that damn smart. So he might as well work with his hands and make a lot of money. And he was, dealing with houses and stuff at the time. So he was just pretty much trying to set it up so we could have like that little tag team going and make money. And then my grandma, which was his mother, she Jehovah Witness, and they really not big into that whole war thing, this and that.
Yeah,
so,
my parents Jehovah Witness too, so it's kind of, they think like a lot of things is not, you're not supposed to do. A lot of things you're not supposed to participate in.
Yeah, but at the same time, she was very, very, she had a sense of reality about her. And she said, look, just try what he talking about. If it don't work, do what you want to do. So it ain't like she was completely like, nah. And so I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? Okay. Went to school, had fun, Northwestern Tech. All those out there that know about it and heard the commercials. Yeah, I went there, trade school. It wasn't bad, had a good time. And to be honest with you, I kind of forgot about the military at that point.
Wait a minute. Northwestern Tech is not the one commercial where the nigga was sitting on the couch and said, "What are you doing? You doing so much?" What that was?
If I see him,
You said it's on site.
yeah, but that wasn't Northwestern Tech. I forgot what school that was.
Okay. I don't know. I thought I thought that was one of them schools that
No.
that. Okay.
So they was pushing for HVAC or whatnot, but yeah, I did. So, and mind you, this was around 07, 08, and we all know what happened there. It was a nice ass recession going on.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That shit did happen right when we graduated. So what the fuck?
Exactly, that was our introduction to adulthood.
I said, yeah, same.
Not only will you be poor, the country poor.
Right.
So jobs wasn't coming that easy. And after that, I said, you know what? I'm about to go full steam ahead. Grandma, I tried.
Okay, so when you got into, going into the military, did you still have the thought process about, still wanting to do HVAC?
Yeah, I did. I was trying to, but I was supposed to leave like down the line somewhere, but they hit me up, the recruiter, and they said, "Hey man, you could leave early. And if you leave early, since you're doing something for us, we'll do something for you." So I had to get on the phone with some random civilian or whatnot, going over job options. And he said, basically, you can have whatever job you want. We got waivers, this and that. You can have whatever job you want. And so I was like, well, what you got? Because mind you, I was probably about 19 making this decision. So I didn't really know much. And then he was going across aviation, and I was like, ooh, that sounds cool. And he was like, hey, man, for real, for real. And he was like, I can tell from over the phone. I can tell you a brother. It ain't a lot of brothers in aviation, and it's a lot of money in aviation. You might want to do this. This is a real skill that can transfer to the outside, which he didn't lie. He didn't lie. I was just burnt out with aviation.
Oh, okay.
I was burnt out.
How was you burnt out? What caused you to get burnt out?
Probably a little bit of just outside factors in life, being stupid fucking young. And that really wasn't something that I actually wanted to do. So that becomes a jar of Kool-Aid that don't taste that good.
Yeah, you're right. When you don't really want to do something and it's not your passion, you definitely will get burnt out from it.
But I was damn good at it.
I mean, that's the thing too. Like, even if you're not passionate about it, I feel like you should give your all 100% in anything you do.
Because I mean, I just work good with my hands and like troubleshooting things. And then it was when I got out the military, I come back to civilian life, and I worked in a couple plants doing maintenance and worked a travel job doing all types of building and maintenance type stuff. And one day I said, I'm tired of being a fucking Swiss Army knife. I'm going to just specialize in one thing and one thing only. I already paid for the education. So that's half the battle. I ain't got to go through school. All I have to do is just sit down and study things that I once known and get a nice little refresher. And I did something that a lot of people would say was very unorthodox. I literally thought that and it was on my mind heavy, and I was getting a lot of signs. Like every time I was on the road, I see a HVAC van, and I was like, that's the direction I need to go. And I just quit my fucking job.
You start seeing them signs and shit.
Yeah, I saw them signs, and I just quit my fucking job.
That's it. That is some shit like whatever. Something that's kind of trying to pull you in a certain direction. You will see like signs of it all the time until you take that. Yeah, until you take the signs that it's showing you, they just gonna keep showing it to you. But I got a question for you, man.
All right.
When what tools actually first? What tools are needed to do HVAC and get the job done and get it done right? Let's go step by step with people so they can understand.
Okay, so when you say tools for the average person, homeowner, really you just need your basic hand tools, screwdrivers, nut drivers, stuff like that. Maybe if you're a little fancier, you would get a multimeter, because you got to remember, you got service and you got install, and then you got operators. So all the tools you would need vary, and it is a long list of tools.
So you got service, installs, and operators. Which one are you?
Like right now, I'm sheet metal.
Oh, okay. Right now you're sheet metal. So right now you build the material for the people that install or for the service.
Yep, custom ductwork. That's what I do now. And I mean, it's still HVAC, but this right here is a level of HVAC that it's almost a dying trade when you do sheet metal. Just because when you do sheet metal, man, it's like all measurements and angles and this and that or whatnot.
And we know niggas don't like angles and measurements.
Man.
So I'm proud of you, brother.
And that was a big learning curve. And just doing sheet metal alone, that taught me so much about HVAC. And I took that route just so I can know that. And then I can continue forth and going into install and then going into service. But as far as the tools, man, put it like this, dog. You got to pull out a loan if you want to get all of the tools you need to do your job.
Damn, it's like that. You got to take a business loan out to start his HVAC shit.
I'm just saying.
Hey, I mean, I believe that. That shit, like you said, you can make a lot of money off of it. So if you make a lot of money off of it, then the tools that you need is probably expensive too, especially to get them all.
Oh yeah.
All right. While you was learning, your skill of HVAC, how long would you say it took you to be fully confident in yourself? Whether it was making the sheet metal, whether it was going on doing an install, or when did you become confident to where you feel like, okay, I can do this? If somebody called me, like one of my friends or something called me for this service, I'm confident enough to go do it by myself and get the job done the right way.
That probably came along with age. It came along with age and just understanding how business works. And just understanding a lot, because I mean, you could be doing something for like 2 or 3 years and still not be confident. And then I hate to say it, I don't want to like take shots at people, but it's like you look at the people around you and realize like this dude's an idiot.
He said, this dude's an idiot. Like,
What did you say in just life in general, or just in your skill? You looked around and seen people like basically off what you learn, and then you see people doing certain things. You're like, well, that's not the right way, or he's not doing it right, or he's not thinking about it right. Like, you kind of pinpointed those certain things because certain people are analyzers. They good at analyzing shit. Good at
Yeah,
analyzing people and environments.
yeah, it was a lot of that. And it was also seeing like people that I thought was like good, they still fuck up. They still gotta call somebody and maybe ask a question. And then one day it was this guy I was working with when I was working at a plant doing facility maintenance.
All right.
He was showing me like everything: plumbing, carpentry, HVAC, masonry, all of that. He was showing me all of that. And what built my confidence was I seen this man, even though he did something 100 times, installed something 100 times, he'll pick up the manual and read it.
Okay, so he's never, like you say, never too old or never too knowledgeable to learn more.
Yeah, because things change. And once I realized that, like, oh shit, I know how to read and comprehend, that built my confidence. Then it built my confidence knowing that if I can't do it, I'm gonna tell you I can't do it, and I'll refer you to somebody who can. And that built confidence as well.
So what you saying that one of the big things about what you do is being able to say like I don't know this and being able to reach out to someone that does.
Yeah. And if you can do it, do it. If you can't, like I say, it's a whole nother level of humbleness and like being good at what you do and progressing is when you realize something that you can't do and you won't bite off more than you can chew.
All right, I want you to teach us something real quick. What is for people that don't know, what is a compressor and what is it used for?
All right, a compressor. A compressor is used for your air conditioning unit and is located in, well, given that we're in Michigan, you'll have a condensing unit outside, and right in the middle of that condensing unit, you will have your compressor. And your compressor is basically just a mechanical device that increases the pressure of gas, like by reducing the volume. Because a compressor is almost like a pump. You see what I'm saying? Like it increased the fluid pressure and it can transport fluid through pipes, the refrigerant. And then gases are like compressible. So the compressor reduces the volume of that gas because you got liquid and gas going through those lines. And the compressor pushes it, receives it, moves it so that air can, so it can go right across your evaporator coil that's located on the top of your furnace if you have AC.
For people that don't know, what is Freon?
How can I break it down? I'm gonna break it down to the simplest of simplest. Like Freon is Freon to air conditioning is damn near like gas to a car. You kind of need it to keep going. Like because if you got pipes, something got to go through them pipes, and you ain't messing with a chiller, so it ain't water cooled. So you got refrigerant, and that refrigerant, you got it in your car, you got it in your air conditioner, you even got it in your little window air conditioner because that's popular up here. You got it in your refrigerator. You got Freon going through those, and you got different types. You got R12, R22, R410A. You got a lot of different types of refrigerant because it's high pressure, low pressure, very high pressure, depending on the system that you're working on.
My next question is, what is your most pressurized? What is one of the most pressurized situations when you're dealing with an HVAC? When you're going in for a service or install or whatever, what is the most pressurized situation that you might come in contact with or face with?
The conditions that you will have to work in. Atop of, if it's not a quick, easy boom, 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 you got to think. And that's pressure when you actually got to think. Or you might end up in some fucked off ass crawl space and you just saw a possum run up out that bitch.
What the fuck? No.
You never know what's in the crawl space. It might be a rat down there or a damn gopher and dug his way, found his way into your crawl space, and here you are trying to work, and now you got somebody tapping you on your shoulder that can't speak English.
Wow. Like, please. Like, can you hear me?
And there's also a lot of pressure when you hurt yourself, but you got to keep working.
Oh, so when you so if you hurt yourself doing that shit, you gotta just continue to do the job. Like,
You got two different types of people, dog. All right, I ain't lose my finger. I ain't got to go to the hospital, but this bitch gonna bleed for a couple days. Put some duct tape on that bitch. Call it a day. Keep it moving. Keep working.
you say we gotta get this paper. Fuck it.
Yeah. Or if you having a bad day, your body all tired and your joints acting up, that's a lot of pressure because you still got to perform.
So since you say the environments that you got to deal with is one of the most pressurized things that you deal with, give us a horror story, or a HVAC horror story, like something that you encountered or seen on the job where it was just like, man, a lot of motherfuckers couldn't handle this right now. They probably be throwing up or sick to their stomach.
You ever been working in the attic in the middle of the summer?
Nah. Well, no, but I know it's hot as hell up there.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
It's hotter than the heat that creates the sweat on your balls.
Damn.
Shit's hot. Stupid hot. You have to finish the job. Or you could be on the rooftop. I went up on the rooftop not too long ago and it was snowing and shit. You still gotta work. And then it was icy than a bitch. You gotta climb off that roof and you better hope you don't slip off.
So that's another thing, like the danger factor doing HVAC. Is there a high variance of danger, low variance of danger?
In the normal situation, you create that low probable cause of danger and injury because you high on safety. But sometimes, man, you'll walk in somebody's house and they're a hoarder. You would be surprised how many people let animals just like kind of piss and shit all over the house and just leave it there.
Damn. The fuck? That's wild.
All of these people that be sitting up there letting the dog lick them in the face and stuff like that and drink out their same bowl.
Mm-hmm.
People that got dog shit in the basement talking about, well, he lives here. And it be to the point where they don't even smell it.
Right. They just go, you get used to, after a while, in living in any house, if you do something for so long, you get used to the smell.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
But like jobs like that, guess what? I'm not going in there.
So
Nah,
there's points where it's like I'm just no, I can't. I'm not doing that one.
no, I'm not.
So you
I
can
mean,
refuse. You say yeah. Okay.
life is all about choices.
I mean, if you don't feel safe or comfortable going into a certain situation or environment when you're doing your job, it's like they shouldn't be able to force you to do it. At least I don't think so.
That's like if you got to go install for somebody and they got the virus and the virus is present in their house. What you gonna do? Go in there and work? Or you gonna be like, no, I'm not doing it. Find somebody better than me. It's okay to turn down a job.
So all jobs are not good jobs.
Fuck no.
Other than HVAC.
That's when you start to meet people who just want a quick dollar. They'll go do anything anywhere and do a half-ass job and like 3 inches worth of shit piled up like snow. I'm not about to sit my nice expensive tool bag and my nice tools all in your fucked up ass crib with germs. Then I gotta take them out, put them in my van. Then I
Put them back in your house.
Yeah. Or somebody want to use my tool and nah, I ain't doing all that. Nah, I pass.
Okay. What do you dislike most about HVAC? Under the scope.